Hello! Welcome to a very, very different video. Today, me and Lucas, you know him as
What's
LukasGud,
up,
the one
guys?
who did the song Invincible with me. Uh, say something.
Hey, guys. My channel is posted in the description, so if you like this video, subscribe to me, and also, of course, AF. But also, if you don't like this video, also subscribe because the way videos get better is by getting funding, and subscribers gets funds.
So today, we're doing a Rocky tier list. Me and Lucas are both super fans of the Rocky movies. And we're gonna be doing a tier list. All 8 movies: Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Rocky Balboa, Creed, and Creed
And
2.
then
Gonna
Creed
be
3.
ranking
Oh
them.
wait, that didn't come out yet.
And Creed
Creed
3.
3, man, I'm so psyched
We
about that,
actually
bro.
have Sylvester Stallone right here talking about Creed 3 now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
So
Mr. Stallone, it's time for you to come on.
hey yo.
Hey, yo.
So yeah, I actually just got done doing a project with the Rocky movies. You'll find out what that is in time. But let's start with the good old Rocky 1. Let me slap that picture in there. That's way too big. So I think that I speak for the both of us when I put Rocky 1 in the S tier. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's what started all, of course. Um,
Uh huh.
yeah, it really is an underdog movie, and I don't think it's really hard to do better than like the what starts it all. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
S
yeah.
is where it goes. I don't think there's much discussion about it.
Oh no,
What's
because
like?
I mean,
I mean, I guess the one thing we could go over is like, what's our favorite part about it? Like, what's if there's one like theme about the movie, which kind of translates
well,
into one. Yeah.
one thing that I was gonna say is if it wasn't for this one, this list would be pointless because like none of the other ones would happen. Like this is what started everything. It was the first one, so I think I just out of respect
Yeah,
we
and
have
you
to
need
put it in the
you
S
need a
tier.
good first movie to have any more. If you have like a crap
True.
first movie, you can have a crap second movie. Think about Rambo. Sorry, sorry. I maybe I shouldn't have said that. I may have offended some people,
No,
possibly
I'm
in
not
this
gonna.
virtual room. But yeah,
Nah, Rambo. That's those movies are not those movies you just watch for fun.
yeah,
So yeah, Rocky One. I think honestly, I think the best thing about it is that like it's not a boxer. It's not a boxing movie. It's more of a movie about like the life of a boxer. Um,
yeah.
and yeah, I mean it dials back on like the action packed sequels, and it just focuses on like the little things. Like it's not just this huge like how Rocky 4 was pretty much the Cold War. Like this is more of like a dialed back thing, and that's why it's the best.
hmm And then also like great
So,
characters in it. I mean, this movie's
oh yeah.
like definitely continues this, but this is where it started. So it definitely got to give some credit to that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't think
yeah, totally.
of a single character I don't like in the. Well, no,
I
I
mean,
can.
you kind of don't like
Uh
it, but it just makes it more interesting. So you have to kind of like it a bit,
oh yeah. The
Comedy.
only characters that you don't like, you're not supposed to
Yeah.
like. So, moving on to Rocky 2. Rocky 2 is it's like definitely like criticized for being like really really slow, and just some people just don't call it a good movie, and I don't disagree with that. I think it's a really 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 good movie. Like the fight at the end is my favorite fight
Oh,
out of all
bro,
of them.
so same.
So I do agree that like the first half is like really slow when he's like trying to get a new job and all that, and we know he's going to fight in the end, but it just takes a while to get to that. So I would put Rocky 2 into the B section. What do you think?
The B section. So I want to understand this tier list a little bit better. So are we gonna like? Is our plan to fill up all of these,
No.
or just kind of like? Okay, okay,
Yeah, it's more just like, if we have 2 in the A or 2 in the B or 2 in the S even, like
okay.
that's fine. Like I I don't even like the E and the F. I'm not even thinking about using. Like it's Rocky. I don't hate any
Yeah,
of
I don't
them.
want to go over this too quickly because one of the things I feel about I've been thinking about is how slow it is and about how much it's about Rocky in the beginning. It's kind of
Yeah,
boring. How much that actually makes the fight scene so much better is that you're waiting for this and you're seeing how he's struggling in life, seeing how he's struggling to get a job, and he's like, "I'm just a boxer," uh,
yeah,
and how much that actually uh, makes the fight scene what it is.
yeah. I think the slowness of the beginning was needed because if they didn't have that, then the ending wouldn't mean as much as it did.
So I guess B is where it is. I mean, we're trying to review movies based on if because this is such a great series. It's amazing. So
Oh
we're
yeah,
just kind of going through what is great and what is super great, like amazing. So
yeah. Like
this is a
it.
great movie.
Let
So
to put it in perspective. Like this isn't a tier list. This is a Rocky tier list, which means like even if we were to put something in F, it's still good. Like this is like the Rocky movies are like up here. Like they're just
I
so
can't see
good.
your hands,
So
but I'm expecting it's pretty high.
you can piece together what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm gonna you can correct again. This isn't my list. This is your list or our
Our
list.
list,
So
yes.
if you think that something is in the wrong
We'll
spot,
see.
just
Just wait to
tell
Rocky
me and
Five. Yeah,
so yeah, Rocky 2 is going to go in the B. It's still great, but Rocky 1 is better. So next up, we got Rocky 3. Rocky 3 is a near perfect movie to me.
yeah.
Like it still has the grittiness of the first two, but like it speeds it up a little quicker and it's like it's definitely not as serious as the first two. Like it's a little more goofy here and there. But I'm thinking that this will go in the S tier. I don't know about you.
I think I will say the same. I love how this
Okay,
movie
because
has like Rocky gets beat up. Spoiler, by the way, Rocky gets beat. And this is like the first time it's happening. You almost see it coming, but it's hard for you to like believe it for the first time you're seeing this happen because Rocky's
yeah,
just
because
been
like
such a
in
hero.
Rocky 1 he lost, but it like he didn't lose like and he was upset about it. Like all he wanted to do was go the distance, and he did.
Yeah, and so now he's kind of trying to find that eye of the tiger again. What
Yep.
is like the big thing of all these movies, and he kind of lost it because he was so caught up in this fame. So, and I love the transformation of the movie because it really just like keeps you watching it.
Oh
Great
yeah.
movie.
And I mean, the Thunder Lips fight is corny, but I still love
It's
it.
just so 80s, honestly. It's just like
Oh
it's
yeah.
captivating
Sign of the times.
this
And I don't
yeah.
care when Mickey dies, I it gets me every
Yeah.
time.
There's some funny videos where they
I've seen
yeah.
them
Oh
with
yeah, in fact
subtitles.
I think you're the one who showed me them. It's oh my gosh.
With the subtitles. I feel bad for laughing, but it's so
Yeah,
funny.
you can view it two different ways. One way is funny, one way is you're gonna cry the next couple of days. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Mickey was one of my favorite characters, so.
Yeah, make you great.
But yeah, I'm gonna put Rocky 3 in the S tier because it's just as good as one, but for different
Mhm.
reasons. Like I can't pick which one I like
And
more,
honestly,
one
if
or
they made
three.
like the
Like
same movie, even if it was like as good as the first one, it wouldn't be as good because it'd be repeating it. It wouldn't be original. So
exactly, yeah,
that's what also makes this very really authentic.
yeah. So yeah, Rocky 3. So far, we got 1, 2, and 3, and they're all great. So next up is Rocky 4. Now this is the big one. This is the most popular one. It just got a director's cut, which I have seen.
I
He
haven't
has not.
seen. I want to.
I
Good
won't
one.
spoil anything, but all I can say is that oh, they added so much to that movie, and I think it's much better than
Really?
the original. And the original is still great. Like I didn't like Rocky 4 for a while because it's just so different from the first 3, but it's just a different kind of movie. Like it's not worse, it's just
Yeah,
different.
for me, I think this may have been the first Rocky movie I saw, and it almost like defined what Rocky was, but it almost was like I mean I don't know I
I
appreciate it
mean,
a little bit differently than other people. So no matter what, I have a little bit of a higher um
Yeah.
a little bit better emotions about this movie than some people. So
Yeah. And I
yeah,
mean, most people when they think of Rocky, they think of Rocky 4. They think of Rocky like
a
fighting
Russian.
this giant
Yeah.
Russian dude and beating him. Like it's great. So, I would put this in a B and you would probably put this in an
I
S.
I would put that
So
in
do you want
A
to
because
yeah, let's compromise and put that in an A
okay. But wait,
cuz
I
I
want to
do
know. I want to
think
know
that
why it wouldn't be. It would be like a B category because apparently the director's cut was
because
even better. I'm just
because
confused. Yeah.
because if I put it in the B, if I put it in an A, that would mean that I like it more than 2. And I
Mhm.
don't. I like it the same as
Okay.
2. But this isn't my list. This is our list. So I'll
Okay.
compromise and put it at a 4. If this was just my list, I would have put it at
I
a
got
B
you.
just
Yeah.
because I like the grittiness of Rocky more than like the when Rocky was a superhero. But it is still a great movie and the fight in this one might be my second favorite of all of them.
Okay.
Also, that's another thing. In this new cut, the fight's longer.
What?
Yep.
Oh.
Not much longer. Like the main thing they did, they added the most before he went to Russia. After the Russia, it's almost kind of the
Yeah.
same. But before he goes to Russia, like there's so much and there's no robot. That's
There's
another
no
thing.
robot.
There's no
Oh,
robot.
okay. This movie's an S for me now, actually.
Yeah.
All right, all right. A's good enough.
So moving on from that,
Oh, this is the fun one.
this is the really fun one. Rocky 5, known as the worst of all of them. Um, I do agree it is my least favorite Rocky movie. However, it's it's underrated. It gets too much hate cuz I think what they tried to do with this one is they tried to return to like Rocky 1 and 2 and they tried to like bring it back. That part just didn't work. But if you take away some of the stupid things in it, like Tommy Gunn or whatever, it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to put that in the C? You want to
C,
put that in C?
for me, it'd be like a B, but if we did compromise, it could be C. Yeah.
Because I definitely think that compared to the other ones, it's not it's the
To be
worst.
honest, I
But
probably enjoy as much as like 2.
so yeah, Rocky 5 is just like a it's a weird one for me because I honestly I would have preferred a Rocky 5 director's cut than a Rocky 4 one
Yeah. I thought there
because
were. Wasn't there one? Wasn't there one with like
I I think
a little bit
there's
extra?
ability to make one, but I mean Rocky 4 made the most money, Rocky 5 made the least. They're
Yeah.
not gonna make one for
No,
5.
I was gonna say because didn't you like I don't know, you're like in your grandparents' attic, you found like this VHS. Sounds a lot like a creepy pasta, but it actually was a good movie. It was like a little bit of a different movie than what you get on like a DVD of Rocky Five, wasn't it? Like a little bit different.
Oh,
You told me
yeah,
about that.
no,
I haven't forgotten it. No.
no, yeah, it was like a rough cut of Rocky 5 and it was like I only remember two changes. There were probably more, but I only remember two. And the first one is Tommy Gunn and Rocky kind of shake hands at the end of the fight. Like he knocks Tommy down and he kind of like extends his hand and like lifts Tommy back up and they're fine.
I don't know how
And
I
the
feel
other
about that.
change
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
remember also there's a scene where Rocky walks into the bar from the first one and he's like getting laughed at and all that because he lost all his money.
Okay.
I, I remember those two changes. That's all I remember.
Okay.
Did you know Rocky was supposed to die in this one?
What?
You didn't know about that?
No? Tell me about this.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about this and
So
me.
Rocky Sylvester Stallone obviously wrote all of the Rocky movies. He directed 2, 3, and 4, but the guy who directed 1 came back to direct 5. But Stallone still
Mhm.
wrote it. And in the original script, Rocky was supposed to get beat up in the street fight and like Adrian was supposed to be like kind of like holding his head and he was supposed to die in Adrian's arms.
Wow. Okay. That's
I
like
you can actually find like an old script of it where it's still there. And then United Artists called Sylvester Stallone up and they're like, "By the way, Rocky's not going to die." Like,
oh.
Superman, James Bond, these people don't die. You're not killing off Rocky. So they wouldn't let him. which it would have made sense to kill Rocky off, but then we wouldn't have
But
gotten
look about how sad.
the
Wait,
next one.
wait. But think about how sad that would be
Yep.
though to like end it as like a street fight. Like end it as like such
Yeah.
this weird ending. I actually would have hated
Yeah.
that. I like how they did it.
Yeah.
And of course,
I mean, we wouldn't have gotten
yeah,
Rocky
yeah.
Balboa, which is one of the greatest Rocky movies ever.
What?
One of the greatest Rocky movies ever.
Uh, did I hear where I just thought I heard
One of them.
one of them?
One of them.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that it's as good as 1 and 3. However, considering the fact that it came out 16 years after Rocky 5 and Rocky 5 did not do well, considering the fact that he was able to make such a great movie is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So, I'd say put that in an A.
Yeah, I guess that's a good spot. I mean, what do you like about it so much? And maybe I could tell you about what I.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I like how it's a lot like 1 and 2. I like how it's like not so unbelievable like 4 was, and
Hmm.
even 3.
Okay.
And I think Stallone's acting. I might say that even though it's not my favorite Rocky movie, I'll say this is Stallone's best acting out of the
Yeah,
six
you
Rocky
actually might be right
movies.
about that.
Because I mean it's like a 60-year-old dude boxing. Like that on the outside, that would have been like impossible, but they did it in a way so that it's not completely unbelievable.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I do like it because you're right. What you said was they kind of kept this vibe of the older ones of one
Yeah,
and two, but they had like a modern twist on it, and they made them older. They made it fit actually really good. It is a really good
yeah,
movie. I would actually probably put that in A myself.
yeah, yeah. We'll put that in an A. Oh, by the way, did you see these posters before? These ones
I
that I'm
feel like I
putting up.
have. Did you make them or
No, I didn't
I
make
feel
them.
like I
No,
may have had maybe.
I've done like because here's the thing. I've done recolors of them because in my opinion, every Rocky movie has its own like color
Yeah.
scheme. And the ones that they have here are not the ones that I have for myself. Rocky 1 is black, Rocky 2 is blue, Rocky 3 is yellow, Rocky 4 is like red, white and blue. Rocky 5 is red, and then the Rocky 6 one I agree with. That's like a gold kind of color.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's stupid, but that's just what I came
Mm-hmm.
up with. So, yeah, these are the 6 Rocky movies ranked. But
That's not it,
we're
guys.
not done because we have Creed. Creed is, I mean,
I'd
the
say
idea
yeah.
that there was like a 7th Rocky movie coming out was like, okay, let's end this. But they did it so well. It's so good. It's so good.
They passed off. How can you pass off a torch? Imagine in Harrison Ford passing off a little torch to
Chris Pratt,
Shia.
Shia LaBeouf,
Yeah,
yeah, no.
and I don't know how I feel about that. Who do you like how can you make that work? But how did that work? And it did. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that it was Apollo's son too, who like if Rocky 3 never happened,
Mhm.
could have been enemies. But like Rocky 3 and 4 made Apollo and Rocky best friends.
Yeah.
And now Rocky gets to train his son because Apollo can't be there to do
It's
it.
also they did it in like a way that wasn't corny at all. Like it could have been so corny.
Oh
It's like,
no.
oh, it's Apollo's son. No, but oh,
Yeah, they could have completely bombed it, but it's I mean, I love this movie so much.
you're
Hmm.
thinking.
I'm thinking either S or A. I don't know which one to put it in.
So let's think about how much I enjoy it. Okay, what if like I don't know.
I'm fine with either. I'll let you
What
decide.
if I'm trying to think? What if my friend Alex said, "Hey, do you want to watch a Rocky movie? Here are the two options." Because for some reason I only have three DVDs. It's Rocky, Rocky 3, and Creed. Would I
And
have a hard
Creed.
time answering that question, or would I easily choose Rocky or Rocky 3? I think I'd have a hard time. I think I have to put that in S, at least for me personally.
Okay, I'm cool with
Yeah,
that.
let's do it.
I think like I still think Rocky 1 and 3 are better, but I
Not
don't
by
think
too
Creed
much,
is
you
too
think?
far.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Creed is too far behind that to put it at an A. So we'll put that
Okay.
at an S. All right, guys. If you didn't see him before, this is him right here. This is him.
Okay, they can see me now? Okay.
Yes.
Hey guys. Glad you can see me. Uh
Okay.
okay. Good. This is what I look
So
like.
yeah,
In case you
moving that aside, uh, the final one on this list is Creed 2. Now, I knew they were probably going to do a sequel for this. I didn't know how they were going to do
Oh,
it because
bro,
that's
that
eight.
cover. What?
I didn't do that, but
I
it's a
love
good
that
cover.
cover. Okay.
So yeah, I didn't know how they were gonna pull off a sequel because that's 8 Rocky movies right there. But they did, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's another example of like how could you do that and also not have it be corny?
Yeah, I don't for a while I was trying to choose if I like Creed 1 or Creed 2 more. I still say that Creed 1 was better,
Mhm.
but like the fact that they brought Drago back and Drago's son was just so cool.
It was so cool and they didn't mess it up. Like I don't know. I don't know what it was
Yeah,
because so
they
many.
didn't focus
Yeah.
they didn't focus on the fact that Drago was back and like, hey, you remember him from the old movies? Like they tied it in a way so that it's not just like a cash grab.
Hmm. Totally.
I'd say put that in A. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think so. I mean, I'm just trying to think about Creed versus Creed 2. I think if I had to watch
Yeah.
them both the same amount of times, I would choose Creed over Creed 2.
Yeah. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Creed 2 is still great. So
Oh, that's great.
this is the Rocky tier list. I before we even started this, I knew we weren't going to use D, E, or
Which is why
F.
they're so
I mean,
ugly,
it's
right?
yeah, yeah. That's why these are all nice and neat, and these are a mess down here because we're not gonna use them. So yeah, we got Rocky 1, 3, and Creed in the S tier. We got Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa, and Creed 2 in the A tier. We got Rocky 2 in the B tier, and we got Rocky 5 in the C tier. Poor Rocky 5, but it's still good. So
If we really
now,
want to shorten this, we could like put Rocky 5 where Rocky 3 is, but yeah, I don't know. It's great.
what?
Don't worry about it.
We should do an Eminem album tier list.
Ooh.
All right, he's gone. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time when I do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. No, you know what? I have a few video ideas in mind. I don't know. Something will happen. You'll see. Get off my back, please. You're not my mother. Bye, guys. Oh wait, I didn't do the thing. Farewell and goodbye. All right, now that he's gone, we can do this. We can do that. We can do that. We can just yeah. We just do that. Yep. Those movies suck.